Hi everyone, I'm Dave Mulvaney here with Mike Godwin. Mike, how you doing this week? Heading into week 5.
I'm good. I'm always good.
We took a week off from posting the video last week. We did make one.
We did make
and
one.
believe it or not, I went. I had all 24 of my picks were correct.
Really?
All 24 last week.
Wow. That means I was probably 0 for 24. So I never agree with you.
24 wins last week. I could not believe it.
That's impressive.
Just in time for the tournament.
I mean, did you get all your right picks out of your system?
No, it just means I'm on a heater
You're
right
on a
now.
heater?
Yeah. So
I've got a few teams on a heater, speaking of.
we do have a few teams on a heater. Drunk Monkey B going up against Classic Old School.
Now this has to be the game of the week. Now if I know Mark London, like I think I know Mark London, he probably will be there but won't be there kind of game.
Like, this game's at Glasgow.
It's a big game, you know. Mark usually does not show up in those games.
That is true. Classic Old School, Mike, 3-1, and their one loss, it was kind of like a hiccup.
Yeah. Team Moss?
So no one saw that coming.
I didn't either. I mean, I watched Classic Old School last week. They started the game with 4 guys.
I don't even feel like I have to watch Classic Old School games anymore. Alan does such a great job on his write-ups. I can read and just feel like I was there.
Did he mention that he started with 4 guys in the write-up?
Yes.
You don't know.
Which week? This past week or the week before?
You're just, dude, you're just a liker. You don't read. You just like it.
No, I'm always reading. But
Jeez.
I do so much reading during the week that
Yeah.
some things get a little blurry. Mike, can Classic beat Drunk Monkey?
This is tough.
Is this the week Marvin makes his debut? I think as long as Mark's not there, Classic has a chance.
Classic's point differential is the second highest in the B division with 60 points is their differential.
Behind
Behind.
Monkey.
No,
No.
the Drunk Monkey's at 39.
Yeah.
Mike, this is a real measuring stick for Classic. Do they have the defenders to stop our 3-time Player of the Week, Kenny Wilson?
No.
Do they have the defenders
Flat
to
out
stop
Dominique.
Dom
nope.
Roy? Kilroy, we're not even sure. Calling him Roy for so long. But
Yeah.
he'll put a kill in
Let's call
front
him
of it.
James Harden.
It's fine.
That's what Lee calls him.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
So
Don't stop him.
does Drunk Monkey go 5-0 because of this?
Yes. They will each probably have 30 points.
Now, if you're Classic, do you just keep pounding the ball inside? You have to slow the game down. You cannot play a fast-paced game with this team.
Not with these old
That's what
men.
they want to do.
I mean, you can't run with these young bucks.
Classic is a big court, Mike.
I know, Classic's not used to that. I mean, they can all run the floor, but Mark's probably their youngest guy, right? Eric Bearfield.
Devon Moore.
Devon Moore. Those guys can run the floor, but Mark's like the 12th guy on the bench. So he doesn't really count.
He doesn't really get on the floor, so he
Right.
can't run it.
Yeah.
He runs like the sidelines.
He's like the ref. He runs the sideline. But I don't know. This probably the toughest game we've had to pick this week.
There you go.
I'm going Drunk Monkey, but it was tough. I just want to let Alan know I thought long and hard about this.
If Classic is a championship contender, they have to show me this week. I'm going to go with Classic because I think they are a championship
You
contender.
get to watch it this week.
Yeah, I'm
You
excited.
get to watch all
We
this.
can hang out together
I
this
know.
week. Look at that. I'm going Classic.
Classic?
In an
Wow.
overtime thriller. Thriller.
You're just throwing that.
I only throw it out when I strongly.
You've thrown it out twice this week already.
There is no
It's
game.
not like week 1 when we had 3 straight overtime thrillers on court 2.
Mike, we have March Madness going on. Everyone's going to be feeling the madness.
North Carolina. I'll be waiting. I'll be there. So you can't come back and say, it was an overtime game.
You know what? If it's not an overtime, I have the power and the authority to add more time on the clock till I get overtime.
Well, you don't want to add time. You want to add points, don't you?
Well, no, I mean I'm not gonna fix it like that.
Well, let's say Drunk Monkey's up 3 and time runs out. Do you say like, oh, scoreboard guy missed a 3 back in the first half? It's tie game.
That's an option, but I would probably go with a couple technical fouls and let them shoot.
Yeah.
Let Classic shoot.
Yeah, just make up.
And you know who
That's a one-shot tech, and then this is a 2.
Well, no, you know who I put on the line? Mark London.
Yeah, he'd make 1 out of 2 like that, easy.
He might get a little nervous. Mark gets a little nervous in
He'll
those
make
big game
He'll
situations.
make 1 out of 2, and then someone else has to shoot the other tech.
Yeah, and then we'll let Allen make the other two. Tie game.
Overtime.
Say, now you're with me, aren't you?
I'm in there.
And I told you I'm going Classic. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling. Next up, we have Caps Hoops going up against La Familia. My Caps Hoops coming off a heartbreaker this past week against NYC Bad Boys.
Yeah, I thought they could win that game.
Well, the play of the game,
Was Bill there every other week?
Bill wasn't there.
So he'll be there this week.
Um,
He will be there.
So let me just kind of run through how this game went down. Caps Hoops is somewhat on, not like an open layup breakaway, but they have at least a man advantage because Junior Navarro went diving for the ball, didn't get the ball, and went flying headfirst into the chairs. Now
That's awesome.
he looked injured, but I know Junior a little bit.
You got up.
Eventually, but the refs had to stop the game because of the injury. Therefore,
Veteran move.
and I didn't see the play. I almost want to watch it back. I might go find and watch it back
That's
after
just
this
a
video
flat out veteran move.
to see. And I personally think, and Caps Hoops will agree with me, that was the game-changing moment. NYC pulled out the victory. Now, we have Caps Hoops going up against La Familia. La Familia is yet to get a victory.
Yeah, I'm going Caps Hoops.
Caps Hoops only one victory, though.
Yeah, but they've been in every game.
They have. I agree.
They lost in overtime. They were in last week's game. So I'm going Caps Hoops. I'm not even going to mention Ty Warrington, but he knows what I'm talking about.
All I hear every Monday is Dave, let me see if Ty Warrington has made a shot yet.
And he disappoints me every week.
Poor guy.
I
You're
probably
probably in
put
his
so
head
much-
at this point.
Yeah, I put so much pressure on him just to make one shot.
Mike La Familia.
Good thing is, a lot of these guys are good friends with Trevor Cooney. If I were you,
Make
I
a
would
phone
throw
call?
him on the roster.
Like right now.
Yeah.
So if he gets knocked out early,
So if he's locked out early,
he can just head on over and
yeah.
that'd be a genius idea.
I'm-
But
I'm
unfortunately
smart
for
enough.
them, I don't know if this video is going to get posted by the deadline.
I mean, it's flat out not going to.
there is about a 0% chance of it getting posted before the deadline.
Yeah.
So it'd be a nice thought if they think of it too, but we'll see. Mike, I want to pick Caps Hoops, but for some reason I feel like La Familia is getting their first win this week.
Don't do it.
I just have a feeling. I have a feeling Jarrell Marshall is hungry for a victory. He has two choices right now. He can just have La Familia fold for the season, or he could say, we're after the halfway point, it's time to make a playoff push. There's options.
You don't really have to make a push because you're going to make the playoffs either way. But I'm just anxious to see if he's going to have to start the game with 4 guys again.
I hope not.
Does he have players quitting on him?
I mean, sometimes when your team struggles like this, you do have some players that are weak-minded that quit.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see the type of captain Terrell is. He'll get his guys there. But we'll put a little pressure on him.
Next up, we have Colonials going up against SFP. Mike, this is going to be a great game. I'm excited about this game. Where is this at? Tell me. We don't get it.
We don't get it.
We don't get this one. It's not on our network this
All right.
weekend. SFP 2-2, Colonials 2-2.
Those
SFP
two solid teams.
Colonials right now is on a 2-game win streak.
Good.
Mike, what did I tell you about Colonials early in the
Are
season?
you sure they're on 2-game win streak?
No, that's what my paper says.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going off.
That's gotta be right.
I'm going off the old standings.
The computer's never wrong, so.
Because 2 weeks ago,
It was the
Lamont Corey hit that buzzer beater because I have it in our week 3 and 4 plays of the week right now.
You do?
And SFP, a very tough team. Let me look at this. These point differentials are probably like really close to each other. Colonials point differentials at a -11. But I'm sure they probably just
That's
played.
not too bad.
They're the only team. No, they're not the only team.
That's,
No.
you know that's total, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just making sure you're not thinking it's an average.
No. But it says a lot. Because if it's in the positives, it usually means you haven't gotten blown out. To be in the
Correct.
negatives, you've probably gotten blown out at least once.
-11 though, that's not
At
that
2-2.
bad.
Or it means you just barely got
That's
away with the
losing,
victory.
that's winning,
Which they did. Buzzer beater.
winning 2 games by 3 and losing 2 games by 7. That's not getting blown out.
Yeah, that means you're going back and forth. I want a little consistency out of here.
I'm just saying.
Who are you taking this week?
I'm going SFP. Skinny Fat Pats.
So, that's 4.
That's what it's for.
Skinny Fat Pats.
Yeah, they got New Jersey. Says it right on there.
What is Skinny Fat Pats?
I don't know. I want to say it's got
It's gotta be a restaurant or
Yeah,
something.
It's got to be a restaurant.
Let's look it up. Maybe check it out.
All right. See where maybe go in for lunch. See if Pat's there. Walt. Captain Pat.
You think it's...
I figured they're related.
You know what? If someone from
correlate
SFP...
somehow.
They probably don't watch this because we only get like 3 viewers a week.
Yeah.
If somebody from SFP could just send us a little note, either under the video or a little Facebook message, just let us know about Skinny Fat Pats. We
Yeah.
might want to check it out,
Check it
unless
out,
it's
yeah.
unless it's a place we don't want to check out.
Yeah. Tell us. I mean, tell us either way.
Tell us if we should or shouldn't, and why. I'm going Colonials this week.
It's their homework.
I told you from week 1, this Colonials team is going to do some damage. I didn't say it in those words. I believe I actually said they're playing different than I've seen them the last couple seasons. I just have a feeling about this Colonials team that they are going to... I'm not sure if they're contenders or not, but I'll know that in probably a few more weeks.
They are a more well-rounded team than seasons past.
So I am going Colonials. What the heck? Overtime thriller.
Again? That's 2 in one
I've got the
division.
madness, Mike. I've got the madness.
Speaking of the man, this starts in a couple hours.
Next up,
20 minutes it starts. Jeez.
Next up, in what is, I'm excited to watch this game. Delaware Defenders versus Grim Squad. Glasgow, Mike. At Glasgow, finally we get one.
Get one.
I can't wait. What a lineup we have at Glasgow this
I
week.
know, but I think Delaware Defenders takes us home.
Like, what
I've
about,
heard about their
what
two
about their
pickups.
2 additions?
2 great pickups.
Should we announce them right here?
Sure. Why not? I mean, they lost someone, but they picked up 2 guys, so they got better.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you pick up a player like Al
Al and Raymar.
and Raymore. I mean, and that's the type of team they are. They're up and down the court, athleticism,
Yeah.
defense, fast breaks, and then you add a player like Al to it too, who's a big man who can also get up and down the
Handle the
floor,
ball.
handle the ball, go inside.
Yeah.
This team's going to be tough, Mike. They might have made the right moves
Yeah.
to
I'll
get.
tell you what, that Chad Jenkins, he knows how to run that front office.
Yep. As long as he just tells John and Sam to leave the moves to him
Yeah.
and the playing time to him, there's going to be no problems.
I mean, make the championship in year one. You make changes, and you're looking like you're going to get back there with the moves you made. They got to be the favorite now at the B division, don't you think?
Well, I picked Drunk Monkey to lose this week, so. Mike,
Yeah, but they're 3-1. Added 2 great
you,
players.
you know who else is 3-1?
Who?
Where are they on here?
Obviously not 3-1.
Grim Squad. I didn't realize we had so many 3-1 B teams. Grim Squad is also 3-1, Mike, and they're coming off a huge win this week against the
Yeah.
Sixers.
Now,
Mike, the Grim Squad knows how to win games.
these two are opposite teams. Delaware Defenders likes to run the floor. The Grim Squad likes to slow it down and play defense.
Mike, you know what I'm worried about this week? Grim Squad getting Delaware Defenders players in foul trouble. Sam and John, they both know they're hackers.
They're hackers, I know. I
And
played with them.
John Pullman, the point guard for Grim Squad.
He's good to draw on fouls.
I mean,
I can't.
I don't think there's anyone in the league better at selling it than him. The guy puts his body on the line every time he goes to the basket.
Yeah, I like it. It's the kind of basketball I like. Hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Now I don't want people going nuts on this comparison I'm about to make, but he kind of reminds me of when Allen Iverson used to go to the basket, how he would
Throw his head back or
he would
something.
get the foul every time because if someone hit him, he was going flying, put his
Yeah.
body on the line.
Yeah.
I'm not saying John Pullman is Allen Iverson. I don't want to get into that. But I'm just saying, he goes to the basket with the same type of.
Well, that's kind of disrespectful. If people want to think he's Allen Iverson, why not?
Like Allen Iverson's a Philly legend.
So is John Coleman.
John
Just compare
Pullman.
them.
John Pullman live in Philly.
I
Did he
don't
play
know.
for the Sixers?
I don't know. I don't know if he's from Philly or anything.
Listen, I'm calling it Grim Squad with the upset. And the only reason I'm calling it upset, I know they're both 3-1, but Delaware Defenders, they were in the championship game last year. So any team other than
And on paper, they have a better team right now.
Rate it.
Better team than last season, I'm saying.
yeah, but Grim Squad has the chemistry. They've been playing together forever.
Yeah.
I mean, they go back playing in Hackley probably 4 or 5 years ago. They started.
I know. You don't got to tell me I was here. Well, not 4 or 5 years ago, but I was here 3 years
I mean,
ago.
Defenders, they were having locker room issues. Do you think it's our fault that the team and Derrick Henry parted ways? Do you think we had something to do with that? With the show? Oh, no, we didn't even post it last week.
All right.
Good thing we did.
Derek may not even shown up to the game.
Yeah, we were. We knew there was locker room trouble.
Yeah.
We knew it. And you know what? Looks like we were right.
Yeah. So you're
Did
going
I
Grim Squad.
mention it's going to be an overtime thriller?
Yeah, you did. No, you didn't.
I just
This
did.
is your 4th overtime goal.
Like I'm telling, it just so happens that the week the tournament starts, we have all these games that are definitely 100% going in overtime.
Jeez.
So referees, if you're watching, which I know you're not, make sure you take into account a lot of overtime
Yeah,
games
we
this
got
week.
some work to do, some fixing to do to get all these in overtime.
Next up, Mike, we have Hog Mob going up against Serving Trays. Serving Trays is getting better every week.
I said that 3 weeks ago and you laughed at me.
Yeah, but you said,
You laughed at me.
Mike, the first week they got beat by like 30 or something like that, and then the following week they lost by like 19. Yes, I know on paper that means you're getting better, but that's not.
I said they're trending in the right direction. And what happened?
They are.
They lost by 7 and they lost by 6 or something.
Yeah, and the team that lost to 2 weeks ago, Delaware Defenders. We've just been talking about how they're an elite team in the B division.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Mike, Serving Trays.
Can you wrinkle that paper up anymore?
Yes. Serving Trays, 0-4. A minus 81 point differential.
You can't look at that because that's 2 bad games.
And then you see Hog Mob listed 3-1. Who did Hog Mob just beat this past week?
Delaware Defenders.
Exactly.
Don't blow Dave Sadowski's head up, please.
I'm going with Hog Mob this week. No overtime, regulation, Hog Mob gets
I
the win.
got a challenge for Dave Sadowski. Make a shot.
Jeez.
How about that? That's my challenge for the week.
Did he not have an impressive stat line this week?
One for 8 or something.
Well, maybe not make a shot, maybe stop shooting.
Maybe go take another vacation. Your
Oh,
team-
you think he's not into it?
Your team won
think his
twice.
head's not into the season?
Yeah. Team won twice without him. He shows up and goes 1 for 8.
In a win.
Can you imagine what those players are
In a
thinking right
win.
now?
In a win.
That they don't need their captain, their leader.
Do you think Dave Sadowski cares if he goes 1 for 8 or not? As long as the team wins? Because that means he was probably doing other things on the floor. Defense, assists.
I hear Jordan Morgan's a free agent this summer. Just trying to start a little locker room trouble.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
You think he wants to come over to the faculty?
I don't know where he wants to go, but I hear he's a free agent. It's kind of like Kevin Durant. He's a free agent. No one knows where he's going.
Do you think teams are going to try and
Yeah. It's a
Woo.
bidding war.
woo
Yeah.
Jordan Morgan?
Yeah.
Did you pick Hog Mob yet?
No, why would I pick them?
So who you going with?
And Sadowski's not going to have a picture of me falling after they lose this week.
That was a great picture. Who took that picture? Regina?
Gina or Angelique?
It was a great picture.
It should have been deleted.
I don't know why.
Now
It
it's-
was, I don't
now
know why
it's
it
all
wasn't.
over
I don't know why it
pages.
wasn't. It's all over social media now. Picture went viral.
Yeah.
Did you make your pick yet?
Not Hawk Mob. How about that?
But you're not going to say serving trays.
Serving trade.
All right. There it
I
is.
forgot who they were playing.
Your hate for Hog Mob is so strong that you can't even remember who we were just talking about.
Serving Trades is going to win.
This is how you lose.
Ronan will be back.
I don't know if he's going to be back from his injury or not.
He will be. I know it.
I saw him. It was driving him
I've-
nuts not to be able to be on
I've
the
met
court.
Ronan a few times,
Okay.
so I know how he thinks. He will be back.
You met him a few times, so you know how he thinks.
Yeah, I know him.
You're losing all credibility during this segment of the video. Next
No one
up,
watches.
next
Except
up,
Sadowski.
ACC Dream Team 2 going up against, watch out. I just like the team name. That might be my favorite team name
You
to
give me the
say.
duck every time.
Oh. I mean, kids are down here throwing
Oh, no.
balls and stuff. I'm surprised we haven't got hit by one yet. Well, I guess we haven't got hit because there's a window. It's
Window.
closed right here.
So we got Watch Out versus ACC 2.
ACC 2 comes in at 3-1. Watch out, sitting down there at 2-2.
What time's this game?
It's here at Hack at 6:30.
6:30. So Jorge will be able to play.
And you can go right to work.
Yeah.
Walk straight out the door.
I got a question. More threes or more turnovers? More threes for Larry Woody or more turnovers for AJ Jones?
Ooh. Is that a serious question? Come on. Larry Woody's going to have more three-pointers.
You got to think about it though.
I was thinking about how dumb that question was.
I hope AJ watches this. He might give me a hard time.
Yeah? Well, he'll be at Hack, so he won't be giving you a hard time this week.
Yeah, well, he'll give me a hard time there at pickup on Tuesday.
No, okay. Fair enough.
This game's at Hack, huh? Who are
Yeah.
you going with?
I'm going with ACC. They have too much. They have way too much all-around talent. They have the highest point differential in the B division.
Watch Out's got some talent. Ryer Smith.
I don't disagree with talent. It's
It's
gonna
gotta be one of
it's
the-
gonna be a great game. There's gonna be a lot of highlights from this game. I have a
Yeah, we
feeling.
better make sure the GoPro's on for this
The
game.
GoPro's gonna be running.
Yeah, we-
The players need to make sure they know where the camera is. We're on a budget. We can't have it in every basket.
Exactly.
Someday.
Someday, yeah. We're almost there.
Almost there. Halfway there.
Let's see. I'm going with Watch Out.
Oh, you're picking watch out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next up, we have Sixers going up against Tigers 2. Like, Sixers barely. I mean, it was like maybe, I want to say maybe 7 or 8 points, but this was a great game this past week with Sixers versus Grim Squad. Tigers 2, what have they been doing lately? Let me see where they're at. Tigers 2 sitting at 2-2. Sixers
Don't even read their record. Jeez.
sitting at
I
1-3.
feel like I'm watching the real Sixers.
Mike, this past week, Tigers 2 played right before Sixers. So if Sixers got there early enough, they might have been able to get a look at Tigers 2.
No, they didn't do that. I mean, this is the last week of pickups. Did they pick up Allen Iverson yet?
I don't
Julius Irving's out there. I mean,
Mike, are you going to sit here and make Sixers jokes right now? Is that what you're doing?
until they impress me, yeah.
They're going to win this
I
week.
hear there's locker room troubles.
You said that about 3 teams, and I think you're just making it up.
Now, this one might be real, though. You never know.
Listen,
Team 1 and 3, locker. It's just I smell locker room troubles.
no, this team, some teams you see 1-3 or 0-4, they have no fight left in them. Looks like they're about to give up.
Yeah.
This team has plenty of fight
Yeah,
left.
I
in
would
them.
say like locker room troubles, and then someone like Easy would say we don't have a locker room. But
Well-
little does he know, if you're a good team, you get one built here at Hack.
Yeah, we built one for you,
But
so he won't have to.
they're
worry
not on
about
that
it.
level yet. Yeah.
Sixers are beating Tigers 2 this week, and I like how Tigers 2 are playing. I mean, Jermaine Daniels doesn't ever show up at a game, but I like the way they're playing.
Yeah. What's
but
he's just the GM. He just stays away.
I don't know. He'll show him. Who knows if he shows up this week or not?
He does the work during the week.
I mean, Tigers didn't even know if they're gonna have enough guys
They
until
don't have a
like,
group chat or anything.
they probably don't use the website the right way.
Yeah, you could have a group chat.
So I'm going Sixers this week over Tigers.
You sure you want to do that?
I just did it.
Embarrass yourself.
I just made the pick.
You know what? I'm going to see Easy tomorrow too, so I can make fun of him a little bit more.
Okay.
I don't even know if he has a point on the season, to be honest with you. Maybe he's one of the guys that should get cut before the deadline.
But then you won't be able to make fun of him at all because you won't be on the team.
That's true.
Yeah, you probably won't
So
stick around.
let's hope he survives the deadline.
Do you think a lot of players are nervous?
Yeah, they're on edge right now.
Like, what if they don't even find out till they get to the game?
I know.
They go up and
Dude, you
they
didn't
don't
know
tell
you
them.
were
They go
cut?
up to the scores table and they're just like, "You're not in the
You're
iPad."
not on the roster.
That's rough.
Easy. I might have an Easy this week.
Did you pick the Tigers?
I might just cut Easy, like, to save the Sixers, the heartache.
Next up, we
I
have.
didn't even pick, but whatever.
I asked
The
you.
way I was talking, obviously.
I asked you like 3 times what your pick was, and you didn't say one. So we're just moving on.
You obviously know I'm picking
We're just moving
Tigers,
on.
too.
Next up, we have ADS Blue Devils, who suffered a very tough loss this past week, going
Yeah.
up against Rivet
I
City.
lost a lot of
Rough
respect for
Riders.
Angelo Rodriguez.
Tell me about it. Go ahead, tell us about it.
They get one loss, their first loss, and he starts complaining about players being too good for the Beatles. I told him to move to the sea. I just lost a lot of respect for him. I said, you know, usually when we have conversations with teams like this, it's right after they take an L. An L stands for loss in the loss column.
Thank you for
Yeah.
spelling out the loss.
I just couldn't do it anymore. I deleted his number from my phone. That's how. I don't know if he'll ever earn my trust back.
Mike, you know how I just talked about all the fight that the Sixers still have in them? Rivet City Rough Riders is right there too.
Yeah.
I walk over, they're down, I think it was to watch out. They were down I want to say it was like 20 some points, and they come all the way back, just to let it slip away again. I mean, they can't fall into the teams go on runs. They're going to go on a run, but they can't fall in that big of a hole. And you know what? I have to look over at the coach and start questioning the player rotation.
I mean, they run line changes, however.
And I have to question their rotation.
Is it something where you start the starters playing for 10 to 12 minutes, have your second line come in, finish the first half, and start the second half?
Like the best players play. If one of them's having an off game, you get them out of there, and next person up. And if once that person gets their next opportunity, it's their chance to try to steal the starting job.
What if you need...
I want some healthy competition on that bench. Not you five are in. All right, now you five are in. All right, now no, I don't want that. I want the best players to be
Why
on the
don't
court.
you just let Rachel run her team?
She's not the one doing the substitutions.
Do you have any
They have a
championships
coach.
in
They
this
have a
league?
coach. Yes, I do actually. I have two. I have one more than
You
you.
have one when there was 4 teams.
there was like 12 teams, and it still counts.
It was you. It was probably 2008 when the league didn't even exist.
It might have been
Championship.
9 or 10, 2009 or 10.
It was 2008 when the league didn't exist.
I have two championships. Like, no one can take that away from me.
No, you have no credibility.
Mark still counts championships when there was like 3 teams in the league.
Exactly.
When we just went right into the
I
playoffs.
say the same thing. I say the same thing to him. You have a championship. Yeah, whatever.
Can you try to stay on
No,
what we're
because
talking about
I'm
here?
sorry.
On topic?
Rachel shouldn't even think about listening to you.
She probably won't watch it anyway, so she won't answer.
You let her run the team, and you just stay out of it. How about that?
Like ADS.
Rivet City will win this game this weekend. ADS, I've lost so much respect for them.
No. Why? Because they were frustrated after a loss? Because one player was frustrated after a loss?
Well,
I've seen you after a loss.
he should be
walking
cut
around
from that
pouting,
team.
Walking around pouting.
He should be cut from that
saying,
team.
Like, when I whooped you one-on-one not too long
I
ago.
sent him
you
the
just said,
stats. I sent him the
I'm
stats.
too good to be playing you one-on-one, and I'm allowed to use both hands. I should have to play left-handed to make it fair.
I sent him the
You do the
stats. I
same
said
thing.
maybe you should just give Dave Henninger some help, and maybe you'll win.
Dave had a great game. If they could have pulled out a win, he would have been player of the week.
And then Angelo had, what, 0 points talking to me in that fashion?
In that fashion.
Doesn't fly with me.
I'm going ADS this week.
I'm going Rivet City. I will never pick ADS to win ever
Gosh.
again.
You're going to be wrong a lot
I
of weeks
hold
then.
grudges.
You're going to be wrong a
I
lot
hold
of
grudges. ADS, you will lose this week.
weeks. Next up, we have Meat Squad. If they show up. Going up against NYC Bad Boys.
I don't know. You know what I think's going to get them this week? Today's St. Patty's is in the middle of the week. It's today, Thursday. So they had to celebrate the weekend before, and then we'll have to celebrate the weekend after.
Okay.
So they may not show up again this week.
Both these teams are 2-2. Meat Squad's going to be, they haven't played in, it'll be 2 weeks by the time they play again. NYC coming off just a hard-fought victory where they laid it all out. They needed that win, and they got it. No team in the league wants to win more than NYC Bad Boys.
Oh yeah. Can't argue with you there. They're very competitive.
But
But if Meat Squad has all their guys, if they show up on time, they will win this game.
yeah, I was just getting ready to say, I'll bet NYC Bad Boys has one of the lowest point differences in the league because I feel like every game they are in is very close.
And they will lose this week.
Who?
NYC.
You're going to Meat Squad.
I just said, yeah, I said that.
I'm going
If they show up.
NYC Bad Boys.
Is it a coincidence that both of Will Boucher's teams didn't show this past week?
You think it's Will's fault?
You must have had a party or something.
Oh.
Hosted a party and
maybe like a team function,
Yeah.
and things got a little out of control.
I mean, I can't think of anything else.
You know what, Will? Let us know what happened. So we're not just making stuff up. We'd like to hear from you. Next up, our final game in the B division, we have Team Us going up against J Squad. This is going to be a close game.
Yeah.
It's here at Hack.
Do you think Team Us wants to move back down to the city?
No. Yeah, what are they, 2-2?
Just look at that again.
Or what are they, 1-3? Yeah, they're 2-2. J Squad also 2-2. J Squad's coming off a win. Team Us coming off a loss. Mike, overtime thriller. Overtime thriller this week. 8:30. I'm telling you now, 9:30 game. Unfortunately, the 9:30 game is probably not going to get started until about 11:30 because of all the overtimes that we're going to have.
Save
I'm saying it now.
Please, somebody. This is getting ridiculous.
Just tell you what's going to happen, Mike.
That's your 5th overtime thriller call this week.
J Squad's going to win this game in overtime.
Team Us will win this game in regulation.
But
I'm sick of you talking about overtime. I'm sick of that word.
You're
already.
willing to admit that if it does go into overtime, J Squad will win.
Yeah.
But they're such a veteran group. They know how to win the close ones in overtime. Plus, you know how pumped Ted gets around March Madness time? Are you kidding me?
Ted's got so many guys now, he barely plays.
Ted's going to go off for 11.
11?
11 this week.
11.
I have a feeling he's going to have to. I don't know this for sure, but I think they're going to be down a few players.
I've heard through the grapevine there's trouble in the locker room.
You've been saying that more times than I said it's going to be overtime this week.
There's trouble in the locker room, I've heard.
Should we fill out our own, Hack adult basketball March Madness and just, you know how there's 64 teams in the other. We just give, a handful of teams a bye and then just start right from there.
You mean everyone?
We just put them all in, yeah.
Yeah, 48 teams.
Seed them all. Yeah, seed them all.
I'm in for it.
Let's put it together.
Why not?
Let's put it together. Why not?
Team Us will win this game.
Now I have J Squad. Mike, that's going to wrap up our picks this week. Everyone, thanks for checking us out. We will see most of you, a lot of you on Sunday. So remember, we have Glasgow this week. We're at Tower Hill, and we are at Hack. And after this week, no games next week. Easter.
Yep.
And then the following week, we're back on regular schedule.
Spring/Easter break.
Yeah. All right. See everyone this week then. Time you get.
12:04.
Ah, great time. Usually it's about 12:15 by now.